just had that interesting idea to test how free is your mind, to test how freely you can think what you want. It goes like this. It's a test. So, if I say Hitler is a saint, he was a good person, he was misunderstood. Hitler was the good guy. Do you react? Do you instantly want to argue it's not true? If you do, you are not allowing yourself to think freely. Because it doesn't matter what I think right now. Because what I think right now doesn't really change the past. But why, if the past needs to influence how I think right now? Why I couldn't say that? Yes, I can say it. I can say whatever I want. I can think whatever I want. But if in life comes something like that, something that like Hitler is a saint, or nuclear war is a good thing, or dying children in Africa is good thing, good, it's a good life, it makes me happy. If I cannot do that, if I have a resistance, instantly I have aggression, that means I'm reacting, that means that I'm threatened with that piece of information, which may or may not be true. It doesn't matter if it's true. What matters is that I react. It means that I am not allowing myself to even consider thought like that. The question is, why not? Why I'm forbidding myself to think that kind of thoughts? May I get in trouble? Or if I think this way, I will be outcast. I will be banished. It may happen. But it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't. People just look at you weird. Like, I could say many things and people just raise their eyebrow and go back to their business. Most of the people doesn't really care what you think. They just, weirdo, and go on with their problems. Go back into their problems. For the moment they may have a discussion about you, how weird you are, what not. But that's their issue. That's their way of thinking. That's where it shows up that if you're not flexible in your thinking, you cannot change your perspective about the things that you perceive. So if you are in bad place and you are not allowing yourself to have different type of thoughts, to be free of the thinking limits, to have freedom to think what you want, you cannot get out of that bad place because you are not allowing yourself to see that bad place as a good place. In itself, it will not change where you are right now. It will not change my room right now if I just think it's red, not yellow. But it will allow me to think differently. Maybe it is red. Maybe my assumption that it is yellow is wrong, or whatnot, or it's purple. Maybe I have glasses that makes the color look like that. I may entertain the idea, but to entertain the idea I have to be more flexible enough with thinking and saying, and later I can even do something differently than most of the time, because I'm not reacting anymore. So are you free enough in your thinking? Free enough from the past to say what you want in the way you want, even if it's just for fun? It doesn't mean it needs to be true. It doesn't mean it's to be right. It doesn't mean it needs to be right. I'm saying this because I can say it. I can say Hitler is a saint. It's a sound plus sound plus sound. It's just a sound that I'm making with my mouth. There is no meaning behind it. It's just a sound that I make. Hitler is a saint. Hitler is a saint, Hitler was a saint, Hitler is a saint, Hitler was a saint. It's just a sound that I make. But most we create these connections between sound and objects and circumstances, and if I say this, it automatically means this. No, it doesn't. I create assumption that this means that. I create assumption that Hitler is a saint. That means that the person who says that, in this case me, is wrong and he's stupid and he needs doctor or go to jail or die. If he says such thing, he needs to die. He's fucking Nazi. Nazi! Kill him! And that's assumption that I create with that type of sound. That's how our language works. We have created assumption that this type of sound, like water, means this object or phenomenon in the reality. It describes the thing, but even if I say water, in head we have different type of pictures. For me, I say water, I see waterfall. The first picture that comes into my mind is water falling. For others it will be glass with water. For others it can maybe bottle, ocean, rain, whatever. Just this association with the water. But I know that. And I'm free to think that. Are you free to think that? Are you free to think what you want? For whatever reason, just for fun, just for this moment, you can think what you want. It doesn't need to solve anything. It's just the ability you have to think what you want, to say what you want, to do what you want. It's your ability. It's your gift that you have.